We just got through our blending sessions. We spent a good 5-6 days, blended 22 different wines, some of which are going to be released in about a month or so. This one included. This is our 2024 QED Convergence. We don't have a bottle right now because we have a new label for it. It's going to be with the new aesthetic of the QED line.
Beautiful rose gold touches, Pinto.
Beautiful rose gold touches. It's a great looking label.
Yeah, this is one of our classic wines that we do. In fact, it was one of the first wines that we made in 2007 along with our Principia. So a classic Rhône blend, Syrah, Grenache, Mourvèdre. We do like to add a little splash of Viognier in there for some aromatic and textural interest.
Yeah, so we co-ferment the Syrah with just a little Viognier. And the idea of co-fermentation is that when you co-ferment those two together, I mean, you can't do it with any grapes. Like you couldn't get it with, like, say, Chardonnay and Syrah. But when you co-ferment Syrah with Viognier, it's the way the anthocyanin platelets stack, you actually get a darker color. But we don't do that for that reason, because we get enough color we're in a warm climate. But what happens is you also get this floral lift. Like, I love this little floral lift on the back of my palate, and that's just, there's only 3% Viognier in this, but it's all that's needed to make this wine whole.
Yeah, and I think it also adds a little bit of a textural lift, if you will, on the wine. Just kind of gives it a different texture than Cabernet, Syrah, and Grenache and Mourvèdre have. It's just a lovely, subtle thing that most people wouldn't ever pick up on. They may pick up on the aromatics, but probably not that texture element kind of coming through, which is quite lovely. And about 20% new French oak profile on this wine overall. But this is a classic Rhône blend, right? Actually, which doesn't exist
say that,
anywhere.
but yeah, it doesn't exist. It's a classic Rhône blend that never exists. So, but just to clarify, this is 83% Syrah, 10% Mourvèdre, 4% Grenache, and 3% Viognier. Now, the reason we're kind of jokey here is that this is a Rhône blend, but in the Rhône Valley, in the northern Rhône, it's Syrah and maybe a little Viognier, but there's never Grenache or Mourvèdre. In the southern Rhône Valley, you're not.
Can't have the Viognier.
You can't have the Viognier. So here you have a little bit of both. So you can find it, like Lirac, I think, has something, but very rare to find this blend in the Rhône Valley.
Yeah, so. But it does kind of evoke that, though. And for us, this was a little bit of a surprise when we went through the blending process. We put numerous blends of this together, and we kept liking the ones with the higher Syrah percentages this year.
Correct.
So this 83% or so Syrah, that's quite high for our QED. Normally it's in that 70, 65 range or whatever, but we have to go with whatever is the best, right?
That's right. And this is almost a single vineyard. All the Viognier, the Mourvèdre, and Grenache all come from Eclectic Vineyard, owned by Cameron Fox and his wife. Wonderful people, exceptional wine growers. Cameron actually studied under Billo a little bit at college, and he's just an exceptional person who really knows his viticulture. And we also get Syrah from them, but we also added a little bit of our estate Syrah to this wine to help flesh it out a bit.
Yeah. And that, I think, adds a fair amount of complexity without it coming across as Rocks District, right? Because historically we haven't really used any Rocks District fruit
in the QED, right?
QED.
Correct.
So we wanted to make sure stylistically this was on point with that.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a beautiful wine.